course, but I'm sure maybe the Leafs.
Broadway 7.
Of course, but I'm sure maybe the Leafs might not forget. But they're a team that can play any which way. But I think the key is, again, it's a team that's struggling this year. You want to take the momentum, but take their heart away out of this game in the first half. So don't give them freebies, as the coach mentioned. But again, just be hard to play against. Stick to your system, north-south hockey, and capitalize when the power play and penalty kill arises.
And do not celebrate the empty net goal.
If not, I think Carlton's coming over the glass tonight. It'll be a riot.
So, I mean, that was a strange play in that Riley got suspended, but the team rallied. That was a rallying point for the Maple Leafs that lasted, well, until the playoffs, but it sure helped them step it up going into the playoffs. So the obvious question comes out of that. You have an incident in a game that really you were able to build off, even though you lost a player with a suspension. What kind of carryover is there the following season, or is there any?
I think you forget about it. I think justice was served, in the games that followed that too. But go back to that incident, and what happened was, I remember that. My memory is very bad, but I do remember there was the narrative that the team didn't care about one another. They didn't really care about losing games. They didn't care about sticking up for each other. Some people described it as a team that was soft. And fast forward to now, it's a completely different team where they are not afraid to get into a scrum, stand up to a guy that's crashing the crease, drop the gloves and fight if it may arise as well too. So I use the term capital T team, and I think that's what you're seeing this year with this Maple Leafs group.
Here's an interesting battle. Obviously, Stolar starts for the Leafs and Ullmark starts for Ottawa. And Ottawa's counting on better goaltending this year, making a difference. This is a pretty good, I don't know if I want to call it a heavyweight battle, but pretty close to it.
It is, and Ullmark was brought in to be the guy, as they seem like that's sort of been the issue holding them back and making the playoffs the last couple of years, not having that true number one goaltender. And you saw what he did last year with the Boston Bruins, partnering and playing some great hockey, where he was a top goalie amongst those goaltenders in the National Hockey League. So again, and hearing what Berube was saying, you got to get to the crease. That's code for, hey, you got to crash the net and get second and third opportunities, because he's a goaltender, big, strong, quick. You got to get in his eyesight if you plan on putting more than 1 or 2 goals past him tonight.
So it is the Battle of Ontario. Ottawa visiting the Toronto Maple Leafs live from Scotiabank Arena. This is Leafs Game Night on TSN 1050, the iHeart Radio app, and the Leafs Radio Network.
Hey, it's Jeff Lewis, and I've got a big announcement. No, I didn't get canceled yet. Jeff Lewis Live is now 2 hours. That's 2 full hours of me at my best. No charity. Don't ever ask me about charity. No charity. Nothing for free. Or is it my worst? You know what I mean. I apologize. Oh, I'm so sorry. But I'm not sorry at all. It's real and it's messy. It's me, Jeff Lewis.
Jeff World is a great place. I love it. As long as everybody feels good.
I don't know if everybody feels good.
Jeff Lewis Live. Weekdays at 12 p.m. East on Radio Andy. Sirius XM 102.
The biggest plays.
What a save!
Hits.
Hard hit.
Goals.
McDavid scores!
Tune to NHL Network Radio for the most in-depth hockey talk on the planet.
He is the GM of the Minnesota Wild.
Insiders. The revenues and the big business.
And the best analysis on the air.
Alex Ovechkin!
The NHL on Sirius XM. Hear every team and your hometown call. NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91. And on demand with the Sirius XM app.
Score!
Under review.
And nobody in Winnipeg wants to say it, but I'll say it. Connor Hellebuck did not play the level he's capable of in the playoffs. That's a big part of the equation. Connor can play better. He's one of the best goalies in the league. The Jets have been told by everybody, but me, I want that noted, I got this one right, that everyone said they're going to take a step back.
Under review with Mick Kern.
11 a.m. Eastern on NHL Network Radio.
Sirius XM 91 and the Sirius XM app. NHL Morning Skate.
Tampa Bay Lightning General Manager Julian Brisebois.
Can you tell us something about Nikita Kucherov, the player, the person?
He puts so much time working at his craft. He is looking to improve every little detail of his game, of his skill set. He gets rewarded by being an all-time great player, and we get rewarded by having one of the best players in the world on our team every night.
NHL Morning Skate
with Scott Laughlin and Gord Stellar.
Weekdays 7 a.m. Eastern
on NHL Network Radio.
Sirius XM 91 and the Sirius XM app.
The National Women's Soccer League Championship game is coming to SiriusXM. Hey, it's World Cup winner Heather O'Reilly of SiriusXM FC. Join Jessica Charman and me for the first national radio broadcast of the NWSL Final.
That's right, Heather. We'll be taking you through every thrilling moment live from Kansas City.
Join us as we make history at the 2024 NWSL Final on Saturday, November 23rd at 8 Eastern.
And it's on SiriusXM FC channel 157 and streaming on the SiriusXM app.
24/7 Hockey Talk.
Kevin Cheveldayoff, Winnipeg Jets. What the heck's with this Kyle Connor? I'm curious what you saw and how it's evolved.
His offensive instincts, really just top end. It's just been one of those guys that, play me with this guy, okay. Play me with that guy, okay. In these last couple of years, he's learned to have the layer of the defensive structure as well. That's just made him a much more complete player.
SiriusXM, NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91. And on your schedule with the SiriusXM app.
Ray Hudson here with an important announcement. You can listen to your favourite SiriusXM FC shows on the all-new SiriusXM app, now available for all subscribers.
Leafs Game Night live from Scotiabank Arena. Jim Taddy and former NHLer Anthony Stewart with you. We call him Stu.
Stu Cat.
There you go.
Man of many nicknames. But,
yeah, well,
it's neither here nor there.
You and me both. Well, we'll do this in the commercial break. Who has more nicknames? Obviously, Nick Robertson wants to get back into the scoring department. He said, his quote was, "I don't have a good relationship with the puck," which is not something a goal scorer ever wants to say. And we'll get into that later on. But first, he talks about the Ridley Gregg incident, if that makes this rivalry more intense.
It just sparks it. I think it just shows the emotional side of the rivalry. And, we just want to, beat them tonight and kind of get going good on playing them this year.
Have you ever seen that before? Slap shot into empty net?
I think I've seen maybe once, but no, I haven't seen it before.
Okay.
You lead a team with 7 drawn penalties. I guess, is there an art to drawing penalties? And, how does it add to your offensive dynamic in a way?
I think it's just being a smaller player. I mean, I don't know. A lot of them have been little cross-checks from behind. I don't know. I don't look to draw penalties, but again, I guess that's some area that I'm happy about, drawing some penalties, and yeah.
100 games milestone. It's been a grind to get there for you. What did that milestone mean to you?
That was a lot. I think I didn't really think about it too much until everyone started congratulating me on it and saying it was a big deal. So I was happy to get 100. Hopefully 100 more.
Injuries starting to pile up around here. What's the team got to do to kind of everybody step up, sort of thing?
I mean, I think we've been playing pretty good as of late. I think just being consistent. The past 2 games we've been really good. So just be consistent. Obviously, this team's dealt with injuries last year. I mean, we have a ton of depth. So it's just time for us to take advantage of the opportunity given everyone. So.
How are you feeling about your game? The puck it won't fall right now for you.
I know. I don't have a good relationship with the puck right now, but no, I'm happy with my game. I feel more confident than I was last year, and finding ways to be confident without scoring. Again, it's just a typical saying. You just got to stick with it. It's going to come. So I'm just relying on that and just focusing on producing offense and being right in every way I can.
When you have just a lot of goal like you did a game or two ago, do you hit the reset right away? Do you swear under your breath and keep going? What happens?
I mean, you got to reset. I mean, obviously it sucks. I really wanted that one, but I think it kind of maybe play a better game just because I had that aggressiveness or kind of maybe a little irritated that it was disallowed. So, I think it was one of my best games after that too.
Did you have any sense what the call was going to be as they reviewed it?
If it was going to...
Yeah, if it would stand. Or were you...
well, I know that when they're going to coaches challenge the NHL, it's most likely it's not a goal. So I think I already knew when they're getting together that it wasn't a goal.
We were just talking to Bobby about superstitions, and he says he tries not to be, but he is when the puck's not going in. He changes his warm-up routine. Do you change anything when the puck's not falling like this?
You kind of get in your head about things. I'm pretty bad with my talk to my equipment guys. I'm pretty bad with my sticks, so I don't try to change it. It's just little things like that. But overall, I don't try to change too much. I try to stick to what's worked for me in the past. I don't try to overthink it. But other than the sticks, everything's fine.
What would you change with your sticks?
It's nothing. It's stick height, stick how it feels. I feel like when the puck's not going your way, your stick doesn't feel right for some reason. But if it is, it feels great. So I just need one so I know it feels good.
What's standing out to you about William Nylander's start to the season, and he's second in the league in goals right now?
I mean, he's an unbelievable player. I think we're not shocked by how he's producing, and he's having a great start for us, and he's just obviously a very important player for us.
Bobby was saying he might be the most confident guy he's ever. What in that area stands out? Like, as you try and get the puck to fall, can you take anything from what William does?
Well, he's just so relaxed. I don't even know if he has a routine or superstition. He just comes to the rink with a big smile and gets on the ice and scores goals. So obviously I wish I could be like that, but maybe one day.
Nick Robertson talking about his scoring, and I find it interesting because the team is really, Stu, built on not worrying about who gets the goals. It's about how you play defensively. But when we talk about Nick, it's he hasn't scored or he needs to score. But that's not all of it, is it?
It's not, but what I like about it, he sounded confident, right? And they pushed on him, a little bit on, hey, did you change your stick? Did you change your workout routine? Are you sleeping at night? So I think they were trying to get something out of him there. But again, I think for him, it's conversations with Craig Berube and just about focusing on the process. And again, I'm just happy the conversations aren't made, hey, are you out of the lineup? Or because I believe he's a player, if you leave him alone for 10, 15 games, he will figure it out. He is a natural goal scorer, scored 55, 60 goals in the OHL. So for me, he's creating, he's bringing energy, he's bringing spunk, and he's got that hop in his step every single shift. So for me, I'd like to see him shoot a little bit more, 20 shots this season right now. I could think, he's passed it up or chipped it in a little bit too often for my liking, but again, he's getting in around the net, he's creating, but when he's not scoring, he's noticeable for the right reasons. He's not getting caught in his D zone like last year for 30, 40 seconds. I think he does need to get a little bit stronger in the O zone and stay stronger on pucks, but he's out there, he's noticeable, he's bringing an effort. He's playing good defense. So under this new system, he's doing well. He's doing well so far.
I think he is. And, the goal scoring, nobody cares about that for Max Domi because of all those things you said. He's very noticeable. He's had so many posts, but he's penetrating. He's doing what he has to do. The goals haven't come yet, but they will.
They will. And again, another one of my lines, he's net positive, bringing that A game.
Let me write that down.
That's trademark, but you can trump me with all the trademarks that you got. But again, I think for Domi too, it's just that unselfishness. The other night they had an open net, and he could have, maybe put that in the net, but he decided to defer and pass that puck. So again, it's not about the points for some guys. Yes, I believe Robertson can and will eventually be a 20-goal scorer in this league. But again, it's a new system. You have to adapt, and he's not just surviving. I believe he's thriving, and it's just a matter of time before the pucks start going in the bunches. And one prediction for me, and not sure how long Pacioretty is. It's week to week how long he's out, but I predict that you'll see Nick Robertson maybe squeak into that top six or get some extended power play time. That's my prediction.
Okay, I've written that down beside all your trademark stuff, so it's there. It's in a little less prominent lettering, but trademark stuff goes
pencil, right?
Yeah, it goes. Trademark stuff goes to the top of my list every time. The reason we're not caring too much about who scores the goals is because of how defensively sound this team is. 4-0 over Boston, 3-1 over Detroit, 4-1 over Montreal. That's a pretty good week defensively. And here is Jake McCabe on what the team is doing well defensively.
I think just our commitment to tracking through the neutral zone as from our forwards allows us to have some good gaps in the back end. And in zone, I think we're doing a pretty good job of clogging the middle of the ice. And our box out's been really good, eliminating second chances and blocking shots, and the commitment level of that and what that takes too.
What have you enjoyed the most about playing with Chris?
I just think the steadiness that he provides as a partner seems like to be always in the right spot. We're talking a lot out there. Makes the right plays with the puck. It's contagious, and we both have the same mindset as it goes to shutting down opponents' top lines and doing our job.
What stands out about the Senators and the challenge that they would present tonight?
Yeah, I think they always present a good challenge to us. Being not too far away from Toronto here, there's always a good crowd. Lots of good energy in these games, and need to come out ready to go tonight.
What was that experience like for you last year, experiencing that Battle of Ontario and just maybe some of the spillover that comes from that and then beating them again?
Yeah, I think anytime you're playing a divisional team, we got a few good rivals in our division, and that's great for the game of hockey, and I think it brings the best out of us, and it brings the best competitiveness out of us too, and we want to keep climbing the standings, and especially against divisional opponents, it's important to collect these points.
In your experience, when there's a moment like that Riley-Greg thing at the end of the last regular season game against them, what's that do for a rivalry?
I'm sure it only heightens it, but it's certainly not a talking point in our dressing room.
Do you see, any similarities in their sort of young core between you guys, and is there anything that stands out about Jake Sanderson to you? Maybe speed and some of the Sens D core. Do you see any similarities between you guys?
I don't know about similarities. I think talking about a guy like Sanderson that you brought up, he's a phenomenal player. He can do it at both ends of the ice. He's great with the puck, great skater. Runs their power play, so he's a great player that you got to key on and not let him get activated in the rush and be that fourth or second wave, I guess.
What do you think Dewar can bring to the lineup?
Yeah, I was pumped to see Dewey out there practice yesterday. That's been a long road for him. I've also had shoulder surgery in my career, so I know what it's like, and just getting those reps in for him with the Marlies, I'm sure was important, and I think he's chomping at the bit to get back in the lineup here and contribute.
He was talking about taking a run at a couple of guys in that Marlies game just to, how did you find it in terms of a challenge coming back from shoulder?
Yeah, I think anytime you come back from an injury like that, whether it's shoulder or knee, there's certainly mental barriers that you want to get through or get over through your mind, and I'm sure that if he's telling you guys that, I'm sure he's in a good space then.
Jake McCabe, the mental hurdle, I don't know how athletes do it, because you got to go out there and pretend you didn't get hurt, but you did, because you spend weeks and months getting over it, and then you have to sort of dismiss all of that.
Yeah, it's definitely tough coming back from a shoulder injury. I never had surgery, but I've had a couple stingers, and especially when your game is a physical type game where you got to go in and rattle cages and crash the boards, it's something that's going to take time. So that's where, again, do we expect Dewar to come in and be throwing 7-8 hits a game? No, but I think for him, it's that energy, it's that urgency, it's getting in on that forecheck, getting some bumps. He doesn't have to put guys through the glass. Remember, he's not the biggest guy. He's only 5'10", but for him, it's just that energy, creating, staying out of your D zone, and getting in on the forecheck. So he's a big part of the lineup. He had a decent role last year, but again, there's another player now that's inserted for competition, and I think that's what a lot of this success for some of these bottom six guys is built on, is that knowing if you have a bad group of games and there's some guys coming back from injury, you might be out of the lineup. So another guy that's inserted that is a productive member, and the bottom six, it seems like it's now starting to come together and be successful.
So here's what I want to say. Like the win over Detroit, like the win over Montreal, those were low event games. Just based on who Ottawa has in the lineup, I would suggest that the Leafs would have to play better. Would you agree?
I think so, because they have some guys that can, put that puck in the net. And you're looking at that second line with Giroux, Stützle, Batherson. They got 17 goals. Their third line's got 4 or 5 goals. So 6 goals on the year for Autumn Gadet on the fourth line. So these guys, if they're left open, they're left in prime scoring position, they're going to put the puck in the net. So a lot of weapons that are spread out throughout the 12 forwards there. So it's good to see as well.
And that blue line they can move the puck out of their zone fast.
Yes, they have some guys that are known as horses, and that's Sanderson and Shabbat, and series lead and amongst the league leaders in ice time with 25 minutes. He plays power play, plays penalty kill. He's got a lot of energy, and if Toronto doesn't make his night difficult, he can win a lot of games by himself with just his legs.
Okay, so getting set for Ottawa, and I would expect that Ottawa would just come right after them.
Yeah, and what I don't want is to get them caught up in the extracurriculars. And Tkachuk, he's coming in Toronto. He understands it's a big market. He understands the rivalry. And I'm seeing he's going to try to rile up the Maple Leafs in hopes that they're going to take a dumb penalty. And this is the 4th best power play in the National Hockey League Ottawa has. So I think they might be diving a little bit or try to draw some penalties. And that's going to be one of their keys to success. Try to get them in the box. Try to have it be a specialty team battles in their favor, because I think that's one of the ways that they can find a way to win this game.
He's going to Corey Perry in the blue paint, isn't he?
The worm. He's going to worm it up out there. Yes. But again, there's 30 other teams that would love his services.
We'll set up the opening face-off for you next. This is Leafs Game Night live from Scotiabank Arena on TSN 1050, the iHeartRadio app, and the Leafs Radio Network.
Team had a better
live from Scotiabank Arena on TSN 1050, the iHeartRadio app, and the Leafs Radio Network.
Here we go. Football is back. to the city.
Mika Zibanejad buries it on the power play.
This is New York Rangers hockey.
Centering pass to Morris. Oh, a big glove save by Shesterkin. Rewind that one and hang on to it.
This is New York Rangers hockey. New York Rangers hockey starts right now. Now here's Dave Maloney and with the
Series
MSG Radio Network.
Madison Square Garden, Midtown Manhattan, and a tilt between the New York Rangers and the best team in the NHL, the 14-1 Winnipeg Jets. Alongside the captain Dave Maloney, Alex Faust here with you. This will be a stern test, Dave, for the Rangers, who on paper are coming off a bounce-back win against the Detroit Red Wings after a tough night here at the Garden last week against the Sabres. It's clear that the Rangers are still
function and help support memory. Using a powerful combination of clinically proven all-natural ingredients like ginkgo and walnut extract, New Nordic's Clear Brain is Scandinavia's #1 selling cognitive health supplement. Available at Shoppers Drug Mart, Walmart, Loblaws, Jean Coutu, and London Drugs, or online at Amazon and newnordic.ca.
Fall for Subaru by enjoying fall to the fullest. Think scarlet, burgundy, amber, crimson, and copper, but never, never blue.
On demand.
Time all-wheel drive. Fall is for thick, dark muds.
You and I have made, that's come from the coach. That's come from players in the room.
Save
1-14.
Any rebroadcast, recording, retrans.
The broadcast scheduled to air at this time on this channel is temporarily unavailable. We're working to restore the scheduled broadcast and expect to bring it to you shortly.
Senators hockey all across the TSN 1200 Ottawa Senators Radio Network. Gord Wilson alongside Dean Brown as we settle in for this, the first of 3 on the year between these two teams, and it's going to be an interesting Atlantic Division battle here tonight. The Leafs come in having won 3 in a row, all 3 of those games against teams from the Atlantic.
Put it in a spot where it's not going to come.
Could they, frankly, then
put it in a spot where it's not going to come back to haunt you. Manage the neutral zone.
Team to start. Domi centering Marner and Nyes. Tavares centering Nylander and McMahon. Holmberg centering Dewar and Robertson. Camp centering Reeves and Lorentz. On the blue line, Riley, OEL, McCabe and Tanev, Simon Benoit and Connor Timmins, and Stolar starts in goal. Anthony, what do you make of all that?
Yeah, it's good to see Connor Dewar back after offseason.
But we've seen against Detroit and Montreal, they were able to really contain themselves and be, I guess, have some poise, not get involved in anything, quietly go about their business is what I was searching for.
They did a great job playing above the puck. They didn't take any unnecessarily risks. They didn't sit back. No. In years past, you've seen them blown
of weeks that you think they can do to simply
schedule, but another is about to begin with 9 of the next 10 on the road. No doubt the Jets want to keep the good times going and get off to a strong start tonight.
It's the Jets and the New York Rangers, and it's coming up next from Manhattan Island.
Case that the best of the top players, you have no
pick up when you played the other way.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. And again, sometimes they've been hemmed in their zone for 30, 40 seconds and only getting one scoring chance, if that. They've done a great job in insulating. You can say, okay, you're insulating the goaltender, not giving those second, third, fourth opportunities.
In the defensive zone.
Favorite podcast.
In the defensive zone. And to the coach's observation.
Keys to victory.
Well, for the Leafs, number 1, no Matthews tonight. So Marner, Nylander.
What team are they on? But again, it's great to see them both have success, and those are guys who are a bit of a journeyman mentality, going from team to team, and they finally found success. And Allmark is the goalie of the future, and signing a 5-year deal there as well. But Stolarz has probably been one of the storylines of the league, going from winning the Stanley Cup with the Florida Panthers as a backup goaltender to winning the crease right now. But it's too early to count out Joseph.
We're wondering, what is this team going to do? Well, they double.
Winnipeg at 14-1 coming in. They've won 6 in a row over.
We're wondering, what is this team going to do? Well, they doubled down. They re-signed Hellebuck. They re-signed Scheifele. And it seems like the mix that they've got and the balance that they're playing with is terrific.
Well, I'll tell you, absolute highway robbery on the trade with L.A. I'm telling you, that you look at, they've got 3 players that are important players. 2 of them were first-round picks, and they got a second-rounder out of the deal. That was an absolute steal by the Winnipeg Jets, and I think...
Two things, your smiles and your cries, they got to do a lot more smiling than crying tonight versus the Sens.
So we talked about Bobby McMahon on the second line as the Leafs hit the ice. The reason he's there is Pacioretty is out on a week-to-week basis, so don't know exactly what the extent of that injury is or when he comes back. But in the meantime, the Leafs had to recall Alex Steeves from the Marlies just as a precaution in case somebody's not ready to go tomorrow night when the Leafs are in Washington. So when you're here against Ottawa and then on your way to Washington, how do you sort of break it down so you don't get ahead of yourself?
Well, I think it starts with your first couple shifts and not really, turning that puck over. Again, simplistic hockey, get pucks in deep and get to work.
Okay, we'll step out. The opening faceoff is next. Jimmy Ralph and Joe Bowen will take over. This is Molson Canadian Leafs Hockey on TSN 1050, the iHeartRadio app, and the Leafs Radio Network.
In that game to improve his record to 6-2-2. Stolarz with a...
Presented by Northwell. Joining them on the ice are members of Northwell's Military Liaison Services.
Here on this ice surface, 2-2 lifetime against Ottawa. Anthony Stolarz starts.
Please welcome back songwriter and recording artist Benjamin Hightower.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Benjamin Hightower.
One day after Veterans Day.
4-1 victory.
Sirius XM 91.
Zone, and Olmark covers up and holds on as Tavares was just kind of sneaking in, and he can be a sneaky sort, so we'll get a face-off in the Ottawa zone. And right off the bat, the Leafs change their D pairings to get the matchup they want as Tanev and McCabe come off the ice, and Morgan Riley and Oliver Ekman-Larsson come out.
Yeah, an offensive zone face-off, and the Leafs second best in the NHL. This is a key draw for Josh Norris.
Off the face-off, Norris wins it, and Brady Tkachuk scoops it ahead to center, but gives the puck away. Leafs quickly back to the line. Tipped in by McMahon, cleared off the boards by Zub, but not out. Here's Sanderson now, sends the puck ahead. Norris turns in behind his own net with it. Around the boards, Brady Tkachuk gets there to push it back out to center. And Ekman-Larsson just swings it across ice, and now Nylander to the line. It's knocked down. 3-on-1 back the other way. Into the zone. Giroux drops it. Norris scores! 1-0 Ottawa.
41 seconds into this hockey game, Josh Norris beats number 41, Anthony Stolarz. Quick transition, Dean, just inside the blue line. The Leafs turned the puck over the Ottawa blue line. The Leafs were on a change as well. It results in, well, with Jake Sanderson jumping into the hole here, Dean, in the back end, there was a 4-on-1. And Josh Norris just simply took a nice soft feed from Claude Giroux, who had options. He elected to choose Josh Norris to give the puck to, and Norris distributes this one off his stick and past the glove hand side of Anthony Stolarz. And it's a 1-0 Ottawa lead. Norris with his second goal in as many games, and he's up to 6 on the year. And less than a minute into this game, the Senators jump out to a 1-0 lead.
41 seconds in, and Leafs are already chasing. Back to the point. McCabe holds it in. Leafs back in the Ottawa zone. Puck dumped in front of the net, and Stützle steers it away. Batherson steers it back out to center. Here's McCabe back in his own zone. Sends it ahead to Domi. Domi to the Ottawa line. Dumps the puck in. It is knocked down. Bouncing puck. And here's Stützle with it back of his own net. Stützle waits. Now steers it to the corner for Jensen. Back around the boards, and here's Stützle waiting for it on the wing. Through the middle of the ice, and now Jensen banks it ahead. Puck is poked into the zone. Well, I thought that he had touched it, Noah Gregor, but no is the answer. So that's an icing call and a face-off back down inside the Senators' end, with Ottawa leading 1-0 early in this game.
Ex-Leaf Noah Gregor just a half second late there, Dean, in getting to void an icing call as he gets set to take on this face-off to the right of Linus Ullmark. Shane Pinto back for the first time, his first shift since missing 8.
Off the face-off, here's Benoit in from the point. Drops it back. Robertson throws the puck in. Easy pad save for Ullmark, and Ottawa picks it up out to center. Pinto sends it ahead to the line. Pass from Amadio misses as Gregor tried to give it back to him. Here's Gregor in the corner. Puck comes free, goes into the boards as Robertson has the stick knocked out of his hands. Back to the point. Here's Hamonic. Goes cross ice. Pinto to Clevin. His shot. That's knocked down. Loose puck in front. Gregor couldn't get to it. Slapped to the other side. Here's Hamonic. Carries it in from the point. Puts it in behind the net. Gaudette back in front. And a scoop play back in front again. Another shot and a save. Cousins walks in and gets a great chance, but Stolarz makes the save.
Well, this is how you want to play hockey against this Leaf team here, Dean. A team that can score at will at times. Now, they got a lot of guys out that can do that. Most notably, Austin Matthews, who had 69 goals to lead the league last year. When you're in the offensive zone and you're making a change, a line change, and you still have possession of the puck, 2 of Ottawa's 3 fourth-liners came out, and both Adam Gaudette and Nick Cousins got scoring opportunities.
The face-off, puck is forced back out to center. McEwen back inside the line, tried to feed it over to Gaudette. That gets broken up. And now Morgan Riley scoops it out to center. Puck is knocked down into the zone as Sanderson battles with Reeves for the puck, wins the battle, sends the puck to the corner. Now Reeves back in the corner trying to get it again. He's taken off the puck by Zub. Cleared out to center. Here's Sanderson taking a feed from Gaudette. Lobs it down inside the zone. Goes off on a change. Here's McEwen in behind the Leaf goal. Norris comes in to try and help him. And out to center. Here's Morgan Riley and Nylander. Riley dumps it in. Nylander will chase it. Ridley Gregg back along the boards to Norris. Couldn't get it out. Long shot. Toe save by Ullmark off a long-range pass from McMahon. And now the Senators break it out. Shabbat to the line. It's deflected in the zone. Icing waved off as Stolarz comes up to play to Nylander at center. Long-range pass. Off the puck. McCabe gets to the line, tiptoes in. It's swept away from him by Zub. Here's Brady Tkachuk. He falls down in behind the net. Puck loose in the corner. Zub gets to it.
Well, good battle win there by Zub.
Now to center. Stützle to the line, all alone, end of a shift, dumps it to the corner, goes to get it himself. Tanev steered across. Here's Batherson. Batherson cuts in, gets a shot away and misses from point-blank range.
Wow. Got everything on that one.
Here's Giroux back in front. The one-timer, again from Batherson, knocked down by Stolarz. Back to get it. Stützle back of the net. Here's Giroux. Giroux turns it back to the side of the net. In behind his own goal. Here's Tanev. He's lost a glove. Looks like he's in the backyard rink. Carr. Puck is cleared all the way back down ice. Icing the call and a face-off back in the Leaf zone. 1-0 Ottawa leads. 4:19 to go. Gone, here in period number 1.
4-2 the shots favoring the Senators. They lead 1-0. Josh Norris is 6th of the year from Giroux and Zub. 41 seconds into the hockey game has given Ottawa this 1-0 lead. Indeed, they have not let up at all. They've had a good hard forecheck, a cycle game. It's led to a couple of real good scoring opportunities for all four lines.
Off the face-off, McCabe clears the puck ahead. Hamonic pinches to hold it in. Here's a chance. Gregor with a shot. That one blockered away by Stolarz. Back to the point. Clevin turns it back. Walking in. Here's Pinto with a shot. That one goes off the glove of Stolarz. Here's a shot from the point from Hamonic. Gregor taken down. Puck is cleared along the boards. Back to the point. Held in momentarily by Clevin. Puck comes back out to center. And Pinto is back to recover. Back to the line and in. Here's Amadio. Slides the puck along the boards. Puck is now free and Nyes. Goes cross ice. Back to Benoit. Scoops it along the boards but gives it away. And Gaudette dumps it back down to the Leaf line. Here's Mitchell Marner. Send the puck ahead, but pinching up on the play is Shabbat. Knocks down the intended receiver on the play, who was Pontus Holmberg. Centering pass in front of the goal to McEwen. Hopped over his stick, couldn't get a shot away. Holmberg to center. Dumps the puck to the Ottawa end, icing the call. This game brought to you in part by Audi Ottawa, Audi City Ottawa, and Audi West Ottawa.
Wow, Holmberg moving up to play in between Nyes and Marner. Are we classifying that as the Leafs' number one line? It was expected that Max Domi would center those two in the absence of Austin Matthews, but Max has been under the weather, or he didn't skate yesterday, didn't skate this morning either, but took part in the pregame warm-up.
Apparently had some off-color deli meat that didn't suit him. Back to the point. Jensen fires it in, misses. Along the board, Shabbat comes down to hold it in, does. Marner, though, takes the loose puck, backhands it out to center. Down to the line and in. Here's Holmberg cutting in. Couldn't get a shot away. Now he'll try again. Ridley Gregg on him. Turns, falls, loses the puck. Norris tripped on the play. And Ottawa will head to the power play, already leading 1-0, and the faithful here in Toronto, the ones not in their bunker suites that are unaware the game has started, didn't like it.
Well, Pontus Holmberg got caught reaching, Dean. He lost control of the puck, and when Norris, and I think fell down on the play, when Norris swept in to pick it up, he had a clear opportunity to get the puck moving north, and he was chopped down to the ice, and it results in Ottawa's power play opportunity, the first power play of this game.
This power play brought to you by CAA North and East Ontario. Tkachuk in the face-off circle. And off the draw. Senators win it. Here's Stützle. Down low to the corner. Batherson to Stützle. Works it back to the point. Here's Sanderson. Stützle on the turn. Drops it back. Sanderson with a shot right on. And Stolarz makes the save, and no rebound at all.
Yeah, an .883 penalty kill save percentage from Anthony Stolarz. It drops dramatically from the .930 save percentage overall in his game. Sanderson tried to go 5-hole there. Stolarz saw that all the way. But again, good puck movement after a win on the faceoff from Brady Tkachuk. Can he do it 2 in a row? No.
And the puck is cleared all the way back down ice as McCabe sends it back to the Ottawa end. Here's Sanderson. Swings by, picks it up. Sanderson to center. At center ice, drops it off. Batherson to the line. Stützle gets it in, but it slides ahead of Tkachuk. Puck is brought back, though, and steered back to the point. Here's Stützle. Turns it aside. Chance in front. Tipped in front by Batherson. Just missed. Off the boards. Leafs couldn't get it out. Here's Stützle with it now along the boards. Stützle. Around the other side. Gives it to Batherson. Gets it back. Under close pressure, though. Leafs trying to break it up, and they do, but the puck stays in the zone. Norris, tried to go cross ice for Brady Tkachuk, and Camp knocked it down, and Leafs cleared back out. That would have been a wide open walk-in for Brady Tkachuk.
Those small ice drills that the Senators have been doing a couple of days before the last couple of games paid off there. The Leafs penalty killers got squeezed in together here, and that opened up that far man wide open.
Leafs intercept the entry into the zone, and it's sent all the way back down ice by Connor Timmins. Here's Chabot at center. Leaves it for Giroux into the zone to Pinto. Sends it in. There's a shot knocked away by Stolarz, and the rebound comes all the way back out to center. Here's Giroux again at the line. Lays the puck to the corner for Pinto to chase. Couldn't get there. Timmins around the boards. Knocked down by Gaudette. Gives it to Ridley Gregg. Sends it back in front to the point. Here's Chabot. Moves in his shot. Puck is knocked down and cleared but not out. Giroux holds it in. Here's Claude Giroux. We're back to even strength. Quick shot, and that one knocked down as Pinto got a snapper away. Back in front again, but Pinto's stick is lifted by Holmberg as he came out of the box. We're back to 5-on-5 as Chabot winds up and hammers it back down inside the Leaf zone.
Ottawa 0 for 1 on the power play, but both units, Dean, generated some opportunity here. That's a momentum builder for the power players.
Out to center now. Ottawa dumps it in just as is lifted by Holmberg. Quickly, Benoit clears it back out and all the way down ice. Here's Clevin to get it, back of his own net. Clevin slingshots around, sends the puck ahead, but it's held in. Turning back with it now, McMahon tries to go side of the net. That's knocked down. Now Nylander to the corner for Tavares. Sends it off the side of the goal. Centering pass, and that is knocked down. And the puck steered ahead. A nice defensive move there by Travis Hamonic. At center, Clevin fires it in. This game brought to you in part by Jim K. Ford Lincoln and by Pure Water Total Home Leisure.
Senators have adjusted their defensive zone coverage, Dean, where they want both defensemen on either side of the post and in tight to the net. And we just saw an example of that from Travis Hamonic.
Clearing attempt, and the Leafs get it out to center. Here's Tavares in the neutral zone. Pops it down inside the Ottawa end. Sanderson back to get it. Leaves it. And there was no one there to leave it to. Back to the point. Here's McCabe. His pass goes off a stick into the mesh, and we'll take a break. 1-0. Senators lead here in period 1. You're listening to Sens Hockey on the TSN 1200 Ottawa Senators Radio Network.
Ready for thrilling shutouts and exciting power plays? Save all hockey season with a CAA hat trick. Members save big on select Ottawa Senators home games. Get $15 off Lot 4 parking at Canadian Tire Center with ticket purchase and 10% off official merch. Plus save on 67's home games. Memberships start at $30. Join today and save 20% on new memberships. Visit CAAEveryday.ca. Conditions apply.
Thinking about contributing to your RRSP and TFSA? Think Desjardins. Because with the right guidance, you can ease your mind and think about something else. Like, what movie to watch tonight?
This year, the holidays are happening at Hotel Casino. Gourmet meals, festive cocktails, DJ sets, and spectacular shows await you. Experience the glitziest holidays ever. A Lotto Quebec experience. 18 or older. The game should remain a game.
Attention rugby fans, the Canadian University Men's Rugby Championship is coming to Ottawa from November 13th to 17th, hosted by the University of Ottawa. Grab your tickets now and witness the heart-pounding action and the adrenaline as 8 top-tier rugby teams from across the country battle it out for glory. Snag your game tickets or get a full tournament pass to experience non-stop adrenaline-pumping matches and unforgettable victories. Lock in your tickets today at tickets.ggs.ca.
TSN 1200, home of the Ottawa 67s.
We adjusted the shots on goal.
Oh, good. Oh, it's 9.
9-2.
So it's not nearly as bad as it first appeared. Well, that's good.
I don't think Anthony Stollers could care less. He's the reason this isn't 3 or 4-0 right now.
Well, that one save was as good as he's made this year. Senators get it through center, in across the line, and a backhand and a good save by Stolarz off Batherson there, and that looked like it was offside. Here the Sens working down into the corner. Sanderson stops up, centering pass, comes into the goal crease, kicked away, loose puck is shot wide of the Leaf goal. Batherson back in the net, getting it back to the point, and unable to keep it in was Sanderson. Leafs have it under control with a bank pass through center, attempted there for Marner that didn't connect, shot back into the Toronto end. Midway point of the period has arrived. 1-0 Ottawa. Chipped by Reeves down into the Ottawa zone. Olmark playing it around the boards. Good hit there by Lorenz, but can't come up with the puck. Senators get it up on the wing and send it off onto the right side and brought in over the line by Gregor. Into the corner goes Noah Gregor. He has it knocked away, comes out of the scrum with it though. Gets it returned and a shot hit the side of the goal. Pass intercepted then by the Leafs, but then turned over. Back to the point it comes. Working along the boards, Gregor trying to send it to the net. That goes off a stick and up into the screen and out of play. And the Senators have got the jump here in the first period. They have been quicker to the loose pucks, quicker to the scrambles, and they have been benefited with 12 shots of the 14 taken. It is a 1-0 Ottawa lead. You're listening to Molson Leaf Hockey on TSN 1050 and the Maple Leafs Radio Network.
Breaking story from Alpine News Network. Firefighter Finn McHose, that's a nickname, right? Needed help contending with a blaze of debt. He called Alpine Credits and a superhero was sent his way. Summoning water, she extinguished the fire and consolidated his debt into one low monthly payment. His floors may be wet, but his debt is under control. Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
The Nissan All-In Clear-Out event is on now, where you can lease or finance the 2024 Pathfinder SL Premium from 1.99% for 24 months. Plus, qualified Nissan owners may receive up to $500 in loyalty bonus. Go all in with the Nissan Pathfinder, featuring 7 drive and terrain modes to fully amp up the adventure. Add intelligent 4x4, and it won't take long before you realize you just leveled up. Conditions apply. See Nissan.ca for details.
The Heart and Stroke Lottery $20,000 VIP bonus deadline is Friday. Play to win over $4 million in prizes, including 2 grand prizes of $1 million. Visit heartandstrokelottery.ca. Lottery license RAF 1406458. Must be 18 plus. Please play responsibly.
Canada Soccer's men's national team returns to Toronto to host a highly anticipated qualifier match Tuesday, November 19th. Secure your seats and support Canada on the road to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Tickets on sale October 21st at canadasoccer.com.
1-0 Ottawa, first period. Leafs come in with a record of 9-5-2 for 20 points. They are 7-2-0 on home ice. Senators are .500, 7-7-0, 14 points, 2-5 away from the Canadian Tire Center.
During the commercial break, Curtis Joseph presenting a jersey to an armed force member.
Not familiar with his work.
The Ottawa Senators fans might be.
They are, okay.
The first battles of Ontario, Cujo was right in the middle of it.
Was he ever? Brought by Nylander, back into his own zone. What was the referee's name that he got?
Nick Magoo.
Nick Magoo. Yes, indeed.
Fortunately, we lost Mick a few years ago.
Yes. Yep. Now, across the line, Tkachuk gets it down into the corner. Norris trying to help out. Tkachuk with a hit. The puck comes up and is just poked out at center ice as McMahon couldn't get to it. Senators backpedaling in their own zone. Get it off on the wing. Shabbat sends a bouncing puck towards the net. Cleared away by Stolars. Leafs trying to make sure that that's not the wrong decision, and they'll do it by glancing it off the glass to center ice. Played ahead now by McEwen. Slowed up and in over the line. Now grabbed off by Connor Timmins. An elusive move to try and poke it along the boards.
And a penalty coming up for a trip.
I know Timmins went down, but I thought it was because he stopped up.
A little bit of a slew foot, maybe a little more just skate on skate. Took him up. Nick Cousins, I think, is the culprit for the Senators, and I can see Ottawa being as sour as the Leafs were for the call earlier on the trip. Cousins, of course, teammates of Anthony Stolars and Oliver Ekman-Larsson last year in the Stanley Cup winners in Florida.
Power play brought to you by your Ontario Subaru dealers. Enjoy fall to the fullest with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Visit your local Subaru dealer to book a test drive today. And the Senators, right off the bat, send it out and down the ice. Their penalty kill is 20th. The Maple Leafs have risen from 32nd in the National Hockey League to 14th on the strength of going 8 of 15 in their last 4 games. So far, the Leafs have not been able to get the puck in the offensive end under control. Marner sifting through center to the line. Tried to knock it in, couldn't. Now Nylander gets it off the boards for Nyes. Back to Marner. Quick pass for Riley, who closes. Shot block, rebound. Stop, rebound again. 2 good saves by Omar. Leafs come up with the loose puck. Played back on the left wing side. Here's Riley. One of the Senators has lost a stick. It goes around.